Clash Mini 2.0, the biggest update this game has ever seen, which includes hero and mini progression rework, emotes and gizmos are going to come to the game. We're going to take a look at everything and I will share my thoughts on it, so let's dive into it. Hey Mini Clashers, videos are back for Clash Mini on this channel and we have one of the biggest updates ever on our hands, so let's dive straight into all of the news and then later in the video I'm going to share my thoughts on every single piece of this update. The first thing you can see already, the new overlay. I think it's looking pretty good, but let's move on to the next feature already. Then we'll share my thoughts later on. Emotes. Emotes are going to come to the game. You can unlock them and then share your emotes during matches, for example, which means like being a bit toxic, being sometimes nice. I don't really know because I feel like you can understand everything in a toxic way, but I'm not sure yet about that, but emotes are going to come to Clash Mini. And the next one, I have to say, I'm not a fan of that. We see now loot boxes in Clash Mini. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of gambling in children games. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like I always want to see what I'm, like, if I spend money, like gems, for example, I want to see what I'm buying. So, yeah, for me, that's a big no, sadly. But we have, those two types of loot boxes in the game now, as soon as the update drops. And, well, you can unlock skins and, for example, mini or heroes. The heroes are a good point because the entire progression system for heroes is going to get reworked with different shards you have to collect to progress your heroes from level 1 to level 15 overall. And the same thing for minis. With now having one type of resource where you can pick any mini to upgrade them overall, which is really nice, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. But not only the progression system got reworked, but as well a lot of those heroes and their abilities. Not only they have now 3 abilities, but as well you can level those abilities with leveling your hero and at the same time leveling those abilities. This is a huge change. I like it a lot. One big note though, this first ability of the Shield Maiden, which you might have seen in other sneak peeks, is wrong. The Shield Maiden is not going to have the block ability. She now has the reflect ability, which means she is going to reflect every damage she takes straight to the opponent. So for example, if there's a Royal Champion shield coming to her with 6 damage, well, 6 damage are going to come back to that Royal Champion. It's going to be crazy. But the big thing are gizmos. Gizmos are going to come to the game, and this, I guess, is one of the really big features coming in this update. And it is crazy. It gives you so many options. So you can unlock them with grinding through the trophy leaderboard, and at some point you have access to all of them. At least that's how I feel like it is going to work. But we should jump into some matches as background gameplay, because let's go through all of those changes again, and I will always share my thoughts about them. First things, the new design. To be honest, I don't mind it that much. It is nice. It is nice. It feels like more. It's now more in our time, I guess, in this design overall. But overall, the design for me personally is not making Clash of Clans great or bad, if you know what I mean. It's always this cute game. Now it feels more like collecting toys, if that makes sense, instead of those really mini cute Clash figures. So I think both is fine. But yeah, so it's a nice change. I don't mind it. But yeah, nothing too crazy for me personally overall. The next thing are emotes. Emotes are, I don't even know. I mean, I sometimes play Clash Royale or other games where they are emotes and I rarely use them. So again, for me specifically, I don't know if it's that big of a change. Maybe I'm going to become super toxic and spam everyone with emotes. I think there's definitely some emotes where you can do that. But yeah, let's see how that's going to turn out. But yeah, I mean, I think for a lot of people, they like to collect them. They like to get them. So I think for the game overall, it's a really nice change. The next one, I already talked about the loot boxes, and I won't really touch on that any further. As I said, I don't like gambling in a child game. That's just my opinion, and I will just leave it there, because this so far is maybe the only negative thing, but I'm already spoiling it a little bit. Let's move on to the hero rework and the progression rework overall. I cannot say anything about the balance, because obviously balance will We will see how everything turns out as soon as the new update is live and everyone can play the new update. But we will touch now on the hero progression rework and how you can upgrade your heroes. And oh my god, I love this so much more. It was always so frustrating when you have to kind of hope that you're getting a certain hero, which you then can upgrade, where you have gotten the shards like from the Roy Champ or however the resource was called back then. So like got your Royal Champion tokens, for example. I did not like that at all. The new system is so good. I love it. I love how they did that. The only thing which I'm a little bit confused about is they said they wanted to make it less pay to win. With having all of the abilities unlocked in the first level, right? Like the abilities, the 3 main abilities are going to get unlocked on level, I think, 1, 2, and 3. But then they're giving those abilities so much power in the later stages that I don't know if there's that big of a difference to the old system when it comes down to the power and difference between lower level heroes and higher level heroes. I'm not really sure about that one. I think time will tell. That's something where I'm not really sure about if they have achieved with that. But overall, the progression system, as well with minis, that you can really pick the minis you want to upgrade. Amazing. 10 out of 10. It's incredible. I love it. Next thing then on the list, as I said, balance things. I cannot really touch on that. I will share tomorrow a video about the heroes you should try to concentrate on, because I feel like right now there's already like a top 4 and a bottom 4 hero-wise. And it feels pretty clear to me what those heroes are. So I will share those tomorrow in a video. Yes, this means more content again on this channel. I'm looking forward to that and how the feedback is and everything. But this is, for now, my thoughts on the hero progression and the rework of the abilities. Both thumbs up. I love it. The next thing, gizmos. I think the biggest feature of this new update. And first, I was really concerned because Clash Mini is a lot about randomness, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it is auto chess, right? Like, this is the genre of the game, and it will be always like, if you take a look at the big auto chess games, like for the PC, for example, Teamfight Tactics, you can see that in championships or in tournaments, if you approach it from a competitive standpoint, there needs to be a lot of matches played to really figure out who is the best player in that tournament. And I feel like in Clash Mini it's the same. Like, any new player, any casual player, or however you want to name yourself, or that category of player, they always can win versus one of those top players with a lucky coincidence. That's happening. That's how the game is. And this is where I was a bit afraid that the gizmos which are given to you are random. So you always have 3 random gizmos which you can pick from. The good thing is that the opponent has the exact same gizmos. And as more, like, I was thinking more and more about this, and to be honest, over time, I like this way better because it keeps the game fresh. The game does not need to be competitive. Yes, I guess my community bubble, or like myself, I am kind of in this competitive section, but this is not what the game should focus on. The game should focus on the majority to make as many Clash Mini players happy as possible. I feel like this is the way better approach about this, where they're trying to like spread the possibilities and make every single game feel fresh, because it's not always the same thing where you're building a deck which is working the best with the elixir pump, for example. Yeah, this is not how it works. So I really love actually the approach they have taken. You can see right now the match which I'm playing with the Royal Champion. I feel like I have to learn a lot of words again with doing those Clash Mini videos, so I'm sorry for this first approach again, or like the first try. But what I'm trying right now is I'm trying to get towards the cannon to take down his... I will get better with the names, I promise, okay? But the reflection, I think it's the mirror gizmo. So I can take that out. I wasn't quick enough to deploy it. I will get there eventually. But yeah, this was the game plan for this match overall. And if you want to know what exactly every single hero ability does and every single gizmo does and everything, make sure to check out the other creators' YouTube channel. There were a ton of amazing sneak peeks out there. Just to mention a couple of them, Enchateen did a lot of those sneak peeks. We had Gustomo as well, doing sneak peeks. So make sure to check all of those guys out, and they will share all of those stats and how everything works with you, as this is pretty much just a summary of how I feel about the update and like just really briefly talking about what is new in this update. And this is pretty much it already for this video, because I wanted to give you a small up-to-date what is up with this YouTube channel, because I did not post that often. I will for sure check out the update. I will see for how long I have fun playing it. I hope for a long time, because as I said, if I would rate this update, what would I give this update? I think without the loot box it would be 9 out of 10, because 10 is nearly always like, I don't know what would be missing, to be honest, but there's always this one thing missing for a 10. Or I know what I would like to see. I would love to see a replay system, like where you can view others' matches. That would be something I would like to have. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're excited for more Clash Mini content on this channel again. So make sure to follow here, and I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video about which hero you should concentrate on first, because now you can pick all of those upgrades. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Clash on.